Greetings, dear viewers. In the last lecture classes, we have seen about meaning of a branch, advantages of a branch, then meaning of a branch accounting, advantages of a branch accounting. These are the things, topics we have discussed in the lecture 1 and lecture 2. In lecture 3, now we are going to solve one problem. That is because already we solved one problem. The problem number 2, we are going to solve because there are different type of a branch accounting. In the types of a branch accounting, first one is dependent branch, second is independent branch, uh, domestic branch, foreign branch. In domestic branch or inland branch, we are further dividing into dependent branch and independent branch. In dependent branch, we have taken four accounting systems. One is debtors accounting system, second stock and debtors accounting system. Third one is wholesale accounting system. Fourth one, final accounting system. There are four type of accounts we follow in uh, dependent branch. First one is data system. In data systems, we are taking two type of prices for the product. Head offices are sending goods at a cost price to the branch. Number two, head offices are sending goods to the branches at a invoice price. So there are two prices they follow to send the goods from head office to branch at a cost price and at a invoice price. So first, at a cost price, we solved only one problem. Now the second problem at cost price, we are going to solve here. Let us go to the problem number 2. Preparing branch account in case the head offices are sending the goods to the branches at the cost price. So problem number 2 that we so problem number 2, illustration 2, from the following particulars relating to the Hyderabad branch for the year ended 31st December 1990. Prepare branch accounting in the head office books. Now we are going to solve the problem by using branch accounting. The cost price in case head offices are sending goods at the cost price. Already you know the structure of branch accounting or structure or format of a branch accounting, you know that. So what are the things we should take and prepare the branch accounting ledger? Here first one is stock in the books. The first one, opening stock given, opening debtors, petty cash opening, goods sent to branch 1990, cash sales received from debtors, then credit sales, checks sent to branch for the expenses of salary, rent, and other petty cash. Then closing stock, petty cash, closing, goods returned by the branch 2000, closing data, so 48,000. These are things we have as a data to for the branch accounting. We can take the first to last. Okay, first one is opening stock. Where will you enter the opening stock? The opening stock goods sent to branch by the head office, then a cash sent to branch for meeting the day-to-day expenses like the salary, wages, and then other petty cash for meeting other expenses in day-to-day life. And these are the things. So then closing liability. Uh, these are the items that should be taken and debited in the branch ledger account. In case if you take opening liability of the business in branch, then goods are returned to the branch office, from the branch to head office, cash received from branches, cash collected from the branches, then closing debtors or closing stocks, These are the items are taken and credited in branch ledger account. Now we can take the debit side. What are the items that should be entered in debit side? The first item is entering in debit side is what? First item is opening stock. How will you enter opening stock here in debit side? Opening stock is entered under the heading of to balance breakdown. So to balance breakdown is a heading under which we are going to give the list one by one. That means opening debtors, opening stock, and petty cash. These are the items are coming under the heading of balance breakdown. First, we can type the balance breakdown in debit side. So to balance breakdown, that otherwise D by D, under which you write one by one. What is the first one? Opening stock. Here I am writing or typing as stock. Second one is debtors. Debtors. Then petty cash also given. Petty cash. So these three items comes under the heading of balance breakdown in debit side. What are the amount given here? Opening stock given in the name of stock at the branch on 1190. Here opening stock value given is 15,000. Then second one, opening debtor. Opening debtor given is 30,000. Petty cash opening is 300. What is the total amount of these three items? 15,000, 30,000, total 45,000 plus 300. 45,300 is total. Is to be written or fed by outside, fed by outside or outer column. Now you take another one. Opening stock is over, right? Opening stock, I am bolding, make it bold. Okay, opening stock. Next, opening stock data is petty cash. Fourth one is goods sent to branch during the year. So what will you enter as a journal entry? Here, two goods sent to branch. What is the item? Goods sent to branch. That means what a head office is sending goods to the branch. This also the stock is to be debited here. The amount is 2,52,000. 2,52,000 should be written here. Then fourth is over. Fifth is a cash sales 60,000. Received from debtors 2,10,000. Received from debtor means who is debtor? The person who purchased the goods from our business on credit basis. That is a credit sales. So they are receiving the amount for the sale which they have done on credit basis. Now you take amount received from the credit sales. That is called the balance received or cash received from debtors. Now you take this side. There is no opening liabilities. You leave it, you leave that place blank. Next one is what? Cash sales. Cash sales, what will you enter here? By bank or to bank? Here, by bank. By bank account. Amount is what? By bank here. Cash received in the form of cash sales. Cash sales by bank 60,000. Next one is what? Cash received from debtors. So here cash received from debtors or cash received from debtors. Amount is 2,10,000. 2,10,000. Total amount should be written in outer column. Total amount 2,70,000. So 4, 3, 4, 5 is over. 6 also over. And credit sales during the year 2 lakh 28,000. Credit sales will not be taken here. When will you take a credit sales? In case there is no details given, they have not given about cash received from debtors and closing debtors. They have not given anything about uh, debtors details opening or closing. They have not given any details about cash received from debtors. Then you can prepare the ledger for debtors to find and write here. Otherwise, they have given already. Opening debtor is given, closing debtor is given, cash sales details given, then credit sales details also given, cash received from debtors also given. So cash received is from debtors is over. Maximum or the details belongs to the debtors ledger are given here. So no need to prepare debtors ledger. So these details already we have taken and written here. Next one is in case check sent to branch during 1990. Check sent to branch means what? Head office is sending cash to the branch for meeting day-to-day expenses. So here two bank or by bank. You should write two bank. Madras branch account data to bank account. You take and write. Here what are the expenses here? One is salary. Second, rent and rates. Third one is petty cash. For these three items, they have given cash to the branch office. What are the total amount? You sum up the total amount of salary, rent and rent, petty cash. 1,500, then 1,100. These three items should be summed up. You sum up these three amount, 9,000, 10,500, 11,600. Total amount is 11,600. Okay, over. Then closing balance of debtors, closing balance of stock, closing balance of petty cash. These three items are taken and written in credit side. Then goods returned by the branch. Where will you write goods returned by branch? When they are receiving the goods, the journal entry is Madras branch account data to goods sent to branch. You have recorded in debit side. When they are returning, branch is returning goods to head office. Now, journal entry should be reversed. So goods and goods sent to branch account data to Madras branch account. So by goods sent to branch, how much they are returning to the head office? For the value of rupees 25,000. For the value of rupees 25,000. Goods returned. The journal entry is goods sent to branch to Madras branch account. This one is okay. Then closing data's details given. You take by balance C by D. You take the closing value of branch assets. What are the closing value? One is stock, second is debtors, third one is petty cash. Okay. Value of stock is 25,000. Value of closing debtor 48,000. Closing petty cash value or closing petty cash is 200. So these are the items. So for all items which have been given in questions, we have taken and recorded here. Opening stock, opening data, so opening petty cash already debited here. Then goods sent to branch during the year is debited. Cash sales and cash received from debtors. These two items have been taken and recorded in credit side. Credit sales during the year 2,28,000. We no need to take a credit sales because uh, already. When will you take a credit sale? In case they have not given anything about cash received from the debtors or opening debtor or closing debtor, any details they have not given means you can take on for separate ledgers for the debtors. Then no, in the debtors account, the difference will be taken as opening debtor or closing debtor or cash received or credit sales. Now they have given all these details from the debtors ledger account. We no need to prepare the debtors ledger account here. So credit sales will not be taken and recorded here, right? You ignore the credit sales. Then checks sent to branch during the year. Checks sent to branch during the year or cash sent to branch during the year, right? Why does a branch send cash to the branches? Head office sends cash to the branch for the following expenses: salary, rent and rate, petty cash. These items we have taken and recorded here in debit side. Then total say 11,600. Then stock, closing petty cash, closing debtors. These details we have taken and recorded. Goods sent by the branch, goods returned by the branch to the head office is 2,000. That is goods returned from the branch. Where the goods sent to branch? How much amount? 25,000. We have recorded here. Right. Now, you know, compute the total amount. Here in credit side, 3,45,200. 45,200 in this side. 45,200. Debit side also the amount should be same. 3,45,200. What will be the difference? You add this total amount. 45,300, 2,52,000, 11,600. What is the total? Total amount will not be 3,45,200. So there is some amount of deficiency. So here to fulfill the same debit side also the amount should be same. For that we need the balance amount. Balance amount is 36,300. 36,300 if you take here also debit side also amount will be same like the credit side amount. So you take the remaining balance amount will be taken as to general profit. To general profit means what? How did you calculate 36,300? You calculated and found 36,300 by taking the balance amount to match with 33,45,200 balance figure. So balance amount we need 36,300, then only we will get the same amount like credit side. And then now when we are adding 36,300, we are balancing the debit and the credit. Debit side also we are getting this, we are having the amount like a credit side. Credit side 3,45,200. Debit side also now 3,45,300. Okay, 45,200. The balance figure will be taken as a gross profit of particular branch. This is what we should calculate in the or for the problems. Now I hope that you all are clear. Right. Okay. So what are the items that should be taken here? One is we should know the proper structure. We should know the format of branch accounting. We know that branch accounting is having, uh, two side. One side is debit, other side is credit. So debit side we are debiting opening value of assets, goods sent to branch, then cash received from the head office for meeting day-to-day expenses, then closing value of liabilities. These are the items are taken and debited. Then in opposite side, opening liability, then goods are returned from branch to head office, cash received after selling goods on cash, right? Cash received from branch, then cash collected from debtors on credit sales, then closing value of liabilities, closing value of assets, like a closing value of debtor, closing value of stock, and closing value of petty cash. These are the items are taken in debit side and credit side. So credit side we are totaling the amount will become 3,45,200 in the problem. The debit side there is no the same amount. No, credit side debit and credit should be balanced. Here credit side is 3,45,200 means the debit side also the amount should be same. So balance amount in case we need some amount to match 3,45,200. That deficit amount is 36,300. This balancing figure, balancing amount will be taken as a general profit. If it is in debit side, it will be taken as a profit of the branch. You are having deficit in credit side. The credit side is coming, balancing figure is a credit. Debit side is amount is more, but the credit side is very less. Again, we have to match the debit side amount to the credit side. So balancing figure comes in credit side means that will be taken as a to general profit and loss account, but it will be treated as a general loss. Right. This is what we are right. Or what do you call? This is how we are solving the problem by having these branch data. So in the next problem, otherwise problem number 3, we can continue in lecture number 4, right? Because this one is lecture number 3. In problem, like in lecture 4, we can see another problem, and also we can solve by having this data, right? If any doubt you are having means you can put it in comment. We can solve or we can clear the doubt. Okay. Thank you, my dear viewers.